What's going on, everyone? My name is Mark Lawson. I'm the product director for the Jayco Feather products here at Jayco. And today I'm standing in front of our Jayco Feather Air, which is a single axle, lightweight laminate travel trailer product. These floor planes vary anywhere from 20 feet to 23 feet with a dry weight of 3,500 pounds to 4,300 pounds. These are intended and designed specifically for those smaller tow vehicles. This particular floor plane I'm standing in front of that we're going to do the walkthrough on is the 18 FBS. This is about 21 feet 3 inches overall length from the very rear all the way to the hitch. And it has about a dry weight around 3,800 pounds. Obviously, options will vary that weight a little bit. So we'll start on the outside, hit those key features, and then we'll jump onto the inside. So right here on the front, we always put a cover over all of our LP tanks, whether it's the optional 30-pound propane tanks, which is what this particular unit called for here, or if it's the 20-pound propane tanks, we'll have covers on that also. Something new for us that we started last year is we actually put an LP gauge on all of our tanks. That helps you know exactly how much propane that you have in there. We know that the convenience of 20-pound tanks is that you can take those and swap them out at the gas station. I'd encourage you not to do that, because if you do, you're going to lose the LP gauge, because it's actually a magnet system, so there's a magnet inside the tank. You're welcome to do so, but I'd encourage you not to do it because it's convenient to have that LP gauge. Another great feature on the front is our rock guard diamond plating, and this is true metal. The reason I talk about that is there's a lot of brands in this industry, in the RV industry, if you will, that uses plastic diamond plate in the front. So they're not all made the same. Make sure you touch and feel and see how robust those are, because the metal diamond plate will help protect your trailer from damage from any road debris you may encounter. Another thing that we've talked about for years at Jayco, something that we're really proud of, is our strong foundation. I could talk about our frame for about 20 minutes. I'm not going to spend the time to do that today, but I do want to point out what we do different on the front here is our integrated A-frame. If you're looking at different travel trailers out there, you'll notice that some of the brands out there will have this A-frame that's actually tack welded to the bottom of the chassis. So it's like this, if you will, your main chassis, then your A-frame gets welded to the bottom. The problem with that is you only have about 4 inches of welds. When you go through the front plate here, you'll notice that you'll have actually welds all the way around your A-frame, and that's going to help prevent that A-frame from snapping off when you're going down the road. It's not something that's very common. It's just added peace of mind that you don't have to worry about that. I always ask, how many people know how much cargo they can put in the pass-through? And for those customers, how many of them actually bring scales and weigh the cargo that they're putting in the pass-through? So having that integrated A-frame just gives you that peace of mind that you don't have to worry about adding all that extra stress on those welds when you have that integrated A-frame. So just a huge, big peace of mind. Safety is really important to us, and there'll be a lot of safety things that I hit on this walk around here. One thing from a construction standpoint is our laminated walls. So obviously it's a solid wall, it's not hung glass. But one thing that's unique and a little different to the way that we laminate our walls at Jayco is we use a vacuum bonding process, meaning that this wall doesn't just go through 2 big rollers. It's about a 1 to 2 minute process. Our laminated walls actually get put into a vacuum bonding machine, and it's about 144 tons of consistent pressure for 16 to 18 minutes. And then here's the other element that you get with our laminated walls is we then suck the air out of the wall and create a vacuum in that wall. We do believe that it's the most robust laminated walls in the industry. It's going to significantly reduce your chances of having any delams later down the road. One other thing specific to Jayco Feather is with our laminated walls, we also do double-sided Asdel. So behind this exterior fiberglass, we laminate Asdel to the back of it, as well as the inside interior wallboard. And what Asdel is, it's a composite material, so it water resistant, mold resistant. So although we vacuum bond our walls, that's just some added protection. If in the rare case water does happen to get into your walls, you have that peace of mind to worry not to worry about that luan and that wood rotting over time. Let's work our way. Standard on all Jayco Feather product is our solid steps. We like those. It's not like a springboard or a diving board. Just makes it really sturdy getting in and out of the coach. And then I want to talk about our suspension system and our tires and rims. So standard on all Jay Feathers are automotive grade aluminum rims, so just gives it that nice aesthetic look. And then also with that is we're actually standard with TPMS, so a tire pressure monitoring system. What I really like about that is that allows you to be proactive. When you're driving down the road, if you happen to be underinflated or overheating, that TPMS system is going to send a notification to the app on your phone, say, hey, you're overheating, you're underinflated, which is how tires tend to blow. And it just allows you to be proactive, get off the road before something happens. Now, we do give you better tires. All of our tires are rated for 81 miles per hour, and they do have a 6-year pro-rated warranty. But in the case you hit a big pothole or some sort of road debris, again, added protection of that added safety feature. We also are standard on all Jay Feathers with self-adjusting electric brakes. Again, more peace of mind. Your brakes are always working at optimal performance. You don't have to have those adjusted manually every 3 to 6 months. They adjust electronically on their own. Let's work back here to one thing that I really like, and we introduced this probably 2 model years ago, is our rock solid jacks. And these quick drop jacks are awesome because they do a lot better than the manual scissor jacks that we've seen in this industry for a really long time. And once you get all those jacks down in the right position, they do give you, you can see here, you can adjust them based on ground clearance and things like that. But once you have them in the correct position, this trailer is as stable as you can get it. So big fan of that. Those are upgraded jacks there. This particular floor plan, a lot of our air floor plans do have a standard griddle, not all of them, so it will be floor plan specific. But in the back here, you'll notice that we have our griddle and we have added safety features too. So in order to actually turn your gas on, you gotta drop this knob down here, right here. And what this knob does is it allows you to turn the gas on and off, but when it's on, it won't allow you to close it. So you have to manually switch it over to shut your gas off before you slide it back in, because we don't want that gas on while you move it into the inside of your coach. Couple other features on the back is standard roof ladders. Those are rated for 250 pounds. And we do also have an optional 250-pound accessory hitch. Now, that's not a towing hitch. It's an accessory hitch for things like a cargo rack or a bike rack. So definitely a nice convenience factor there. And that's also rated for 250 pounds. We have your rear view camera prep back there. So if you wanted to purchase a camera, you can do so, plug it in, and see what's going on behind your trailer. Another added safety feature is all of our taillights have a white lens in the center. So just like a car, when you turn it in reverse, it lights up white in the back. That's what these taillights are going to do, help to indicate people around you that, hey, watch out, we're in the reverse mode here. So those are some of the standard features on the outside, but also you might have noticed the word over here that says Baja. And that Baja package is actually a separate optional package within our Jay Feather Air lineup. And that Baja package is designed more for our boondockers and our dry campers, our off-roading type venture campers, if you will. What that package comes with is it's going to give you your big off-road tire. It's going to give you an independent torsion axle, so each tire has separate suspension there. It does also come with the 2-inch receiver hitch in the back, and then we add that extra diming plate. These rock solid jacks that I showed you are optional, and those are also included in the Baja package. Those are the key features that I wanted to hit on the outside. Let's jump on the inside so I can show you all the features in there as well. All right, let's jump into the inside features. First, I want to highlight the particular bed setup on this floor plan because we do have different bed configurations on our air floor plans. We have our Murphy beds, we have east to west, and this particular floor plan actually has a north to south, but it's a 60 by 80 north to south residential queen bed. We have a ton of customers that love this bed setup because it's a full residential queen and it's easy to get all the way around. We also added these really nice decorative legs, so it gives it that residential look, but opens the bottom up for easy access. So someone may be sleeping, you can have laundry totes slide below there. You can still access the storage under the bed if someone's taking a siesta or still sleeping in for the day. All of our TVs are going to be smart TVs, so you can download apps on the TV as well. Wardrobes on both sides. removable shelves with hanging rods, so whether you fold your clothes or hang your clothes, you have the option to choose there. And some added overhead storage here too, which if you notice, it's actually strutted and stays in the up position, so you're not fighting that door when you're trying to access your storage in there. And you'll also notice all of our cabinetry has hidden hinges, just really residential things you see in homes today. And one thing that's awesome here too is our nightstands on both sides, they actually slide out to give you some additional storage in there too. So that's something we like a lot in all of our bed set up. Let's work our way around here. Standard on Jay Feathers and Jay Feather Airs is roller shades with radiant barrier on the back, just extra protection from those UV rays, and gives you that blackout shade. If you want to sleep in, sun's still popping out, you'll be able to get it nice and dark in here. This is our standard jackknife sofa. What I like about our jackknife sofa is we have floor plans that don't have dinettes. We're going to give you these cup holder TV trays that just gives you a space to actually eat. Now you can lift them out and move them. We do give you the extra round space here in case you need that extra belly room there. And then we do give you some additional cup holders. Now this can also turn into a separate bed. You can drop this down and this does turn into a bed as well. But of course, we know storage is important, so we do give you additional drawers and of course, large overhead storage here. Now let's work our way into the kitchen here. You'll notice that we always have a really good bank of drawers. So 3 drawers here. We try to minimize the amount of exposed styles in between our cabinet doors and our drawers. We just feel that it's a lot more residential versus having like a 2-inch gap there. It just makes it look more RV-ish. So we've really focused in our product design this last year to have our cabinets, our doors and drawers just look really residential. So we're really proud of how all this turned out. But you do get a good amount of storage in this coach here. For such a small camper, it has adequate amount of storage for sure. And then over here you have a really large pantry with a couple of removable shelves there. Also, nice 2-burner stove with the glass stovetop cover, and then a nice window. And then we do finish this off with a metal valance. A lot of times you'll notice in the kitchen there's nothing covering the top of that mini blind, and it just doesn't look finished and complete. We throw that metal valance in there. You need it to be metal versus fabric because of RVIA codes, the burner from the stovetop to the valance there. Of course, microwave. This is a convection oven as well as an air fryer. And then your range hood here. It's actually, the light is actually very bright. It's going to be hard to see in videos, but a lot of times these range hoods, you turn that light on, you can hardly even tell that it's on. Same thing with the vent fan. When you turn that fan on and you give it a second, you can actually hear that fan actually circulating, and that's not normal for most range hoods in the RV industry. And then one other thing too that I missed over here is our optional max air vent fan. So this is an optional feature on all of our Jay Feather Airs. Don't worry if you don't have this feature and you want it. We always prep it, so we'll have the framing in there and the 12-volt wiring so you can add it aftermarket. But when you do have it, you get that fan going. All of our windows in here are going to ventilate, including the bathroom window. Get your vent fan going if you need to, and really just kind of circulate the air in here and get the cross breeze, bring in the fresh air from the outside. Enough on the vent fan stuff. Let's hit our refrigerator. This is a 10.7 cubic foot refrigerator with a bottom freezer. So we have a lot of customers that say they like that bottom freezer feature. Most RVs in this space are a 4.8 cubic foot refrigerator to a 10 cubic foot. So this is a 10.7. So it certainly gives you a larger refrigerator. We know that's important to you. This has a rear bath floor plan. What I like about it is you have a ton of space in the shower. We do give you an extra skylight. So for those that are a little bit taller, we're giving you that extra headroom. And it's just really nice and spacious, good countertop space, and an adequate amount of storage back here too. So a lot of features packed into a shorter video, I know, but I think it's important to highlight those features. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you have any other questions or want more information, please visit us at jayco.com.